Okay, hi. I'm gonna do my reaction what these jurors about to say to ask some questions about the two found housemates on Brick Butter. That would be Charles and Paul. So I'll go see what my reaction what the question is, and that probably it. And this go be upload this later on my video later on tomorrow or tonight. I don't know. Okay, here we go.
Win Big Brother, and before you do that, you get to question the final two as a group. We have asked you to come up with 3 questions for each finalist. Have you all agreed on the questions?
Yes.
All right, then let us get started, shall we? Paul, Josh, I am here with the jury, and in just a few moments, they'll be voting for one of you to win Big Brother. But before they do, they've got some questions for the two of you. Elena, you're up first.
All right.
Elena.
Paul, some of us in the jury feel that you orchestrated and participated in bullying tactics in the house. Why was that necessary, and how did it serve your game?
I definitely don't think that I was orchestrating bullying tactics. I definitely spoke up on behalf of a lot of people. Maybe people, what they didn't voice out publicly, they would tell me privately. And I felt like I was the one who had to mediate or speak on everybody's behalf. It wasn't something that I ever solely made on my decision. It was something that everybody, I think, took part of.
Sound like a
Thank
lie,
you, Paul.
but okay.
Matt,
Josh, the jury doesn't feel you had a strategy in the game. Tell us why we're wrong and explain your biggest game move.
Well, big surprise to you guys and to Paul is that I'm actually a super fan, and I've been a super fan since I was 14 years old. And this is my biggest dream. I've envisioned myself since I was 14 in this position. My biggest move had to be the strategic gameplay that social game that I played. I aligned with the outsiders, aligned with Jason and Alex, which were the outsiders, and I aligned also with Christmas and Paul, which were in that 9-person alliance, which I knew was going to break up. So Christmas was always giving me information, the pecking order you guys had, and I was keeping Jason and Alex calm because I knew that you guys were going to end up splitting. Luckily to Cody, that happened on week 2. Also, my biggest move had to be getting rid of Alex, one of the strongest competitors, and it was extremely hard because she was my closest, one of my closest friends in the game. So it was extremely hard, but I knew that she knew the game as well as I did, and I had to get her out because if not, she would beat me in the end.
all right. Thank you, Josh. Alex, you're next.
Paul, in your last season, your gameplay was based on friendship. This season, why did you decide to go against that by creating friendships and alliances and then destroying them?
I don't necessarily think that I destroyed any friendships or alliances. I tried to get friendship with everybody in this house, but unfortunately, a lot of people either turned their back on me, or I would find out we're having hypothetical conversations about getting me out. I tried to help everybody as much as I could, and I got people as far as I can, but maybe the misconception was that I would toss my game for somebody else's, and I never said that I would do that. I did help people where and when I could, but I would never toss my game or stretch my neck out in order for somebody else to just go over me.
Thank you, Paul. Cody, next question.
Josh, some in the jury feel that you played a bigger part in Paul's game than your own. Tell us why we're wrong.
I actually played my own game. Being in the business industry, one of the biggest tips that my dad gave me was always let your business partners and people that you're doing business with feel like they have the control because they're more they would want to invest more or they feel safer with you. I didn't want to oppose a threat, more of an ally, so I downplayed my intelligence and how smart I was and how much I knew the game. Paul was a great ally because I saw him last season and I knew that no matter what, he wasn't going to change how loyal he was. So I stuck to him and it worked.
Thank you, Josh. Jason, next question.
It seems
like you made moves throughout the game with the goal of avoiding making enemies in the jury. Why unnecessarily lie to our faces days and hours before we were going to the jury? You had to have known that we would compare notes.
Of course, there were some points where I knew that certain things were going to happen, but at the same time, I did do and say everything that I was going to do. If I used the veto, I said I was going to use the veto. If I pulled someone up, I did pull someone off. But at the same time, certain people, you know, if the house wanted a certain target out and I was outnumbered, I couldn't necessarily help that individual. I still had friendship with that individual. I was still close to that individual. But if the entire house was against it and they were too afraid to make certain decisions on their own, I had to play my part and I had to act a certain role. And I wanted to keep myself available to compete the following week. So if I had competitions thrown for certain people to win and take my targets out for me, I was still eligible to compete the following week, and just in case as a security blanket, because I never knew what would happen.
Mark, next question.
Josh, it seemed like every time you had an altercation with someone in the house, it would result in you crying afterwards, apologizing, and proclaiming you wouldn't do it anymore. But it would inevitably happen again. How did this serve your game?
Well, actually,
Johnny says surgery.
One of my game moves was to expose people's games. I knew that I was going to stay true to myself and be loyal, but having an eye, being a fan, I can easily see people's gameplay and the shady gameplay that we're playing. So one of my strategies was to expose and call out people on their game. Did I feel good about it all the time? No, because I genuinely liked all of you, but it was my strategy to have the rest of the house see what a shady game some people were playing and who the moves that they were making. So yes, I did feel bad about it, but it was part of my game and it got me to this point.
All right. Thank you, Josh. Now, Christmas, you were just evicted, so I want to give you a chance to ask one question. So go ahead and pick either Paul or Josh who you want to ask a question to, and ask away.
Josh? Meatball? I would like to know if you would rather evict Peppy or Crutches. And why?
Question.
I would rather evict Peppy because Peppy would storm around and chase me down with creepy Christmas hugs and drive me nuts half of the time I was here. But yeah, Peppy for sure. I love you, Joy.
All right, Paul and Josh, I will be back in just a few moments when you'll each have an opportunity to make a final statement to the jury.
That was it.
You're up first.
Here we go.
Spaces. I know that at some point each of you either wanted to, thought of, or tried to get me out of this game. From the second I walked in those doors, I was immediately put at a disadvantage. I was the odd man out. You all knew who I was. You all knew who I played. So instantly, I had to play a different game than all of you. With my first HOH, I used my social skills to get control of numbers in the house. Then, I made it a point to always set a house target and play it. That did a few things. Because I had such a strong control of the numbers, nobody's willing to take a shot at me, and everybody asked for my advice, so I pretty much had a hand in every single HOH, and I always set up a house target that would be in front of me. After surviving the first double eviction, I had to change my strategy, and I positioned myself in a perfect place between three pairs: Jalix, Joshua, and Maven. My social game was so strong at that point that I didn't have to win anything. Instead, I let the right people win, and while they started shooting at each other, I strategically maneuvered my way to the top until I was left with the final pair, Josh and Christmas. From that point on, I knew I had to win myself to the end, and I did. I won the most important HOH, which secured my spot in the final three, and I won the most important veto, which controlled who came to final three with me. Then, I won part one of the final HOH competition, secured myself in part three, and I made sure that no matter what, I would end up in this position right here. And I did, tallying me at a total of 9 competition wins this season. Every time I won HOH, I won the veto that came with it, which meant when I was in power, I had full control of my week. The other 4 vetoes that I won not only kept me safe in the game, but it was pivotal power moves that pushed me forward. From the second I walked in this door, I worked my ass off, day after day after day, making tough decisions, and everybody always wanted to know what I was doing and what I was thinking. And I still made it, and I still fought my way to this point right here without ever touching the block one single time this entire season. That's not by luck, that's not by friendship, but that's by playing the hell out of Big Brother, which is exactly what I came back here to do. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Paul. Josh?
Well, I want to say all the glory to God for making my dream come true. I've been a fan since I was 14 years old, and I said when I was coming to this house, I would play fearlessly. I had to put targets on people's back, expose some people's games, so that they could see the shady game that some people were playing. I aligned myself strategically with Christmas and Paul because they were in a big alliance, and I aligned myself with Jason and Alex. Luckily, I aligned myself with people that won most of the HOHs. I took shots when I was HOH, and I made moves. I put all 3 of my targets on the block, Mark, Elena, and Jessica. Which ended up Jessica going home. I took a shot at Alex, which was one of the strongest game players in the house, and she played a great game. Not only that, I adapted to the game. I played fearlessly. I'm so sorry, I'm nervous.
Talk so much.
Sorry, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Come on, no.
I adapted to the game. I played fearlessly. I played my heart out, and I gave it everything that I got. you know, I had to play from day one when I didn't get a friendship bracelet and I got taken. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have made it to day 92. I laid low. I didn't let people know that I was a fan. I didn't let people know how intelligent I was. I was underestimated, which was my biggest strength. Physically, mentally, and how well I knew the game. And none of you caught on to that. All of you guys underestimated me, and that's why I'm sitting here at the end. Not only did I take shot and make moves and get out strong players, but I played staying loyal, sticking by my morals and who I am as a person. People saw that and they kept me in this house. And I played the hell out of the game, so I hope that's respected.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you both. All right, jurors, it's time for each of you to step up to the voting box and vote for who you think should win Big Brother. One at a time, you will insert the key of the person you want to see win this game. Cody, you're first.
Oh, yes,
I'm going to stay true to my word.
I mean...
Thank you, Cody. Elena?
Cutscene, there's no jury management.
Thank you, Elena. Mark?
Congratulations, both of you.
Thank you, Mark.
I would say, I already know my answer.
Voting for the person I feel simply did more in every single aspect of the game.
Paul?
Thank you, Matt. Jason?
You both aligned with me. Somebody's got to go.
Okay.
Thank you, Jason.
There you go, get on my second plate. The liar.
Buddy. I'm voting for the person who I think played the best game whole season.
She's supposed
Thank you, Raven.
He said it was just a game and that we'd be friends afterwards. If that's true, then let's be friends. Otherwise, I'm voting for the person who stabbed me in the front instead of the back.
Thank you. Kevin?
I would just like to say I'm proud of both you guys. You played a great game. You guys are there, we're here. Congratulations to both of you guys. I mean that.
Okay.
Looking sharp, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin. Finally, Christmas.
Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Sorry, excuse me.
I love you both, and I'm very proud of you both. It's been a long summer, and this is 100% game move. I'm sure I have this right. Love you guys.
Thank you, Christmas. And with that, the voting is now complete. Up next, you have to go home and watch the truth, the whole story, what happened. I know you want to let the jurors in on what was going on that they're not aware of. Jessica, I'm going to start with you. We're going to get to you and Cody in a moment, because I'm sure the two of you want to embrace and all that. You'll have your moment at the end of the show, but let's first talk game.
Okay.
All right. What do you want these jurors to know?
Well, I tried warning you guys at the end of it all, but you didn't listen. Paul had an alliance with everyone except for Cody. Hi, Cody. Not one of you meant more to him than the other person. He quite often laughed at you in the DR, referred to himself as a puppet master, and he played you all, and he did a great job at it, but you guys let him do it. And the worst part of the entire season was that most of you have been quoted several times saying things like, Paul deserves to win, and I have no problem losing to Paul. And from a Big Brother standpoint, if you guys wanted to play like that, you probably shouldn't have come on the house.
You also said, maybe not to one another, but you also talked so much about, I trust Paul, I trust Paul, I trust Paul. You may not have compared notes to one another while in the house, but you certainly told us that while in the diary room. Let's all take a look.
Oh my God!
Sorry I'm late.
Hello, house guests. This is your puppet master speaking. Paul from season 18 just walked in. I cannot believe Big Brother brought him back.
Remind me your name again.
You forgot saying
I am
that.
such a fan of his. I need to work with him.
Congratulations,
You
Jessica.
will. Let's give her credit.
I know Paul. I trust Paul. The best thing he did was not give me a bracelet. Why? Because it disconnects us.
I'm trusting what Paul says, and we'll see what happens.
Now that Paul is HOH, I actually feel safe.
Paul has a plan this week, and I trust him.
You know what, Paul? I'm a team player. If you want me to go ahead and compete, I'm gonna do it.
I
Like Paul and Alex.
Other than Christmas, Paul is the only other person that I trust in this house.
I think that Paul's an exceptional person and one of the most interesting people that I've ever met.
Paul is my final two guy. We're two smart people. We know how to play this game. Paul is my buddy.
Paul pulled through again. He did exactly what he said he was gonna do.
I trust Paul. He's always giving me the truth about what's happening. He's giving me his word, which is solid as a rock.
Paul.
Now that I've strung up all my puppets,
I'm sorry, Jessica, you got in that moment too, but you realized it was a mistake.
Whoa. All right, just for the record.
Okay, Jessica, you were saying that. Big mistake.
During that tape piece, everyone was laughing except Cody.
Of course, no
So I'm
nothing.
warning you guys. All right, before I get a reaction from any jurors, Jessica, you were 1 week away from making it to the jury. If you were on the jury, who would you vote for to win between Paul and Josh?
Well, watching how Paul he had everything to do with every head of household, every eviction. He orchestrated everything from beginning to end. Competitions were thrown in his name, and he would get my vote tonight.
Okay, let me turn to you, Jason. Are you surprised that everybody trusted Paul just as much as you trusted Paul?
Bad
he
idea.
was good at his craft. He had me hook, line, and sinker. I mean, I basically did just about everything he said. I forfeited my own opinion half the time.
Bad
so
idea.
I was super shocked.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
All right, let me turn to Paul, because Paul, you had to do a lot of backstabbing, blindsiding to get to where you are right now. Who was it the hardest to betray in the house?
Say me.
Honestly, there was so many between Raven, Jason, Alex, like all of you guys. It's not that I didn't have friendship. I bonded with all of you on such a singular level so much that I was torn between my friendship with you and my gameplay. I knew I was a returning vet, and I couldn't be the returning vet who did nothing. I had to play the game, and in order to survive in the game, I had to make these moves. And this is where I am now because of the moves that I made. And unfortunately, I couldn't satisfy everybody, and I'm sorry. But I tried to get as much friendship as I could.
Well, Paul, you should know that you weren't the only one who was sneaky in the house. Josh, I want to turn to you because during your goodbye messages to the evicted house guests, you gave them an earful. Let's show Paul and everyone what we're talking about.
Oh, God.
Listen up. Paul came up with an elaborate plan in order to get you out. And I've been in a final 3 alliance with Christmas and Paul for a while now. I hope that you can respect the game move, but for my game, I had to let you go. Raven, I gotta let you know, I have a 3-person alliance with Paul and Christmas. Honestly expected my alliance to keep you, but instead, they voted to keep Kevin. I'm so sorry. Alex, I've had an alliance with Paul and Christmas. I had to stand by them and make this move, and I'm so sorry for the move, but I hope that you can respect it. Kevin, I've been aligned with Christmas and Paul, and our goal was to get a final 3, so I'm so sorry, but you were our last target.
I so said the last final message to Cody. Here's my final message to Cody. Cody, one word. That's my final message to Cody.
Explain to everyone what your intention was when you recorded those messages.
Blaming it on me.
No, I didn't.
So,
all right. Cameron, you were the first one evicted.
Oh, the cat,
You got to see everything from
I want to
Paul,
hear
pretty much.
only one.
What surprised you the most?
The amount of showmances. There's so many showmances.
Thank
right
you.
away, it seemed like everybody clicked up, and it seemed like nobody was really playing for themselves.
True.
It just seemed like people were playing for each other or playing for Paul. So it's just the lack of motivation. I don't know if you guys all have $500,000 in your bank account, but like you all were just playing for each other and not for yourself, and that was really frustrating for me because I came in and was doing whatever I could immediately to try and stay in that house.
Now, usually,
Better watch. He has the same name as me.
now usually when you're a duo in the house, winner Derek wanted to know that you were paired up with someone. I ask you, when season 16 winner Derek went into the house and spent some time with all of you, you said in front of everyone, "My ride or die is Jason." Why did you reveal that in front of everybody?
I think it's been pretty obvious since day one that we're ride or dies. He's my best friend in my house, my family, and I'm not ashamed of Jason. He's the best guy in this game.
Woo! All right.
What up, Jason?
Cody, you haven't seen Jessica in 5 weeks.
I didn't want to hear about that, about Cody and Jessica relationship. And Cody was like, sort of asked the Cody was just, glad. He said go, that's all I remember. And I'm not really edited like that. They could be boyfriend and girlfriends, who cares? So that's why I didn't get that reaction about that. So, move on. And then,
Back to reveal the jury votes very shortly. Up next is the moment of truth. Paul or...
Nah, I wait.
Paul, Josh, I'm about to reveal the jury's votes. The winner will receive $500,000 and the runner-up, $50,000. I will pull the keys from the box, one at a time, revealing whom each juror chose to win Big Brother. You will need at least 5 votes to win.
Okay.
Christmas cast her vote for Paul.
Okay.
Kevin has cast his vote for Paul to be the winner of Big Brother. Alex has cast her vote for Josh. 2 votes Paul, 1 vote Josh. Raven's vote goes to Paul. 3 votes Paul, 1 vote Josh. Jason has cast his vote for Josh.
Okay.
Matt has cast his vote for Paul. 4 votes Paul, 2 votes Josh. Mark has cast his vote for Josh to be the winner of Big Brother. Elena has cast her vote for Josh to be the winner of Big Brother. We have 4 votes for Paul.
Oh my God!
4 votes
I can't
for
believe
Josh.
it. I can't
Cody
believe
is
this
the last
dude.
vote.
Oh no!
Congratulations, Josh. You are the winner of Big Brother.
Cody, that's I'm sorry. Okay, congrats, Josh.
Has come and gone, but you won't have to wait until next summer to get your BB fix. For the first time ever, we are bringing you Celebrity Big Brother, and it's coming to you. And it is coming to you this winter on CBS. All right, Josh, wanting to quit this game, week number 1, to being $500,000 richer. How are you feeling right now?
I have no words. I did it all for my family. Every single step I did it for you, Mom. So, and I had Paul and Christmas. I had my back the whole way, so I couldn't do it alone. So thank you.
That's all I would have heard. That's Celebrity Big Brother.
A bridesmaid once again.
Okay, second place.
You won 9 competitions.
Got that great
Never sat on the block until tonight, if you can count that. You orchestrated every person's eviction, essentially. How did you come up short this year?
Cody for Josh.
I don't know.
But
I didn't watch.
Everything.
I have no idea how I came up short. I did everything that I could. It was really tough. I was in a tough spot. I was the only vet in the game. I was up against 15 people, and if people didn't see that I had to fight my way through to make it to the end, then that's on them.
That's all I'm gonna hear about that reaction.
Oh, 50 grand.
Okay.
So now you at home have been voting all week for your favorite house guest. The person who received the most votes will take home
America's
25
house
grand.
guest
We
vote.
received a record number of votes for America's favorite house guest. Over 15 million votes were cast.
Whoa.
The top 3 vote getters were Kevin, Cody, and Jason.
Oh.
And the winner is...
Cody.
Congratulations, Cody! You're America's favorite house guest.
I caught it.
From outside the Big
I
Brother
caught
house,
it.
I'm
Cody,
Julie Chen.
America's
We'll see you
favorite
this
house
winter
player.
with
He's
Celebrity
now my
Big Brother.
America's
Good night, everyone.
house guest player. Never. So, screw you, America, for feeling that way. Sort of a Kevin. That's my vote. You know what? Congratulations to Charles from winning, I guess. And I really thought Kevin would win America's favorite hospital, but Cody, really? But then again, he did have some points. I could give him this. He did try to get out Paul the best he could and stuff. He reported stuff to his son during the white way that he's gonna get out Paul in certain way. Instead, Jessica is his main squeeze at that moment. Don't mind the relationship, but I hated how both of them begin, how they are. I'm sorry. Kevin deserved America's favorite house player. Cody, really? Still. But again, he tried. So I do give credit where it's given for Cody. So try to get out part. That's the only reason I probably hear from him. But he screwed it up. But sometimes I be down with him a little bit. And some other times I'm like totally over him. So yeah. Merciless bastard as he is. Whatever.